boys and girls. Welcome back, my dear friends and crypto family. I hope you guys are doing all right. Now, we do have a short quick update because it's going to be fairly easy. Some conditions have been met that we discussed yesterday, and since I'm working those 2 weeks and we are jam-packed with bookings, so it's gonna be very, very hard 2 weeks, and yeah, I hope you understand that I'm just gonna keep these analyses as quick and short as possible. Knowing me, it's not gonna be easy. So now, remember to smash those likes if you enjoyed this content. Grab your drink, sit back, relax, because we are gonna dive right in. All right, so here we are. Now, what conditions have been met that I was speaking about? If you remember, yesterday I said that this was a rising triangle. Breaking this triangle would eventually, well, closing hourly candles below this triangle would eventually allow the price to capitulate to the next level, and that we did. We are bouncing for now on the 58,000 volume node over here. As you can see, potentially this is going to be met with a little bit of a bounce to the upside. But is this going to resolve the situation? Well, in all fairness, we're gonna have to analyze this thing and have a deeper look. So what are we gonna do? First things first, I want to see if there are some trend lines that I can line up with this mother of a dip. You thought I was gonna say a different word, huh? Now, yeah, obviously, clearly, there is another candidate for a potential rising triangle formation. Now, yeah, we have the trend line being tested here, here, and here. Now retested over here, which is a good sign overall. And we do have a bullish divergence with this area over here. Now, I would like to look at the higher time frames and see if they do agree with what we are seeing. And you always should do this, compare different time frames, because it's very important. Otherwise, you're just gonna start seeing whatever you like to see. And as a trader, you need to stay as far away from a pre-biased as possible. So yeah, it does turn out that on the 3-hour chart, this is a bullish divergence. Let's look at the 5-hour chart. Same thing, bullish divergence. And 10-hour chart, not yet there. So what does this mean? Potentially we could see this dive down a little bit deeper. So I'm going to remove these ones over here already, and I want to measure out on the 10-hour chart what it would take and what range would be needed for this candle to close on. So we have 50.5. We're going to fill this out in the reverse RSI calculator. 50.5, a tool that I really use and abuse to death. And this gives us 58,000. So 58,000, let's say 25. Like this, we're almost there. We're basically almost there. Although I still don't see it. It's weird. Makes me wonder. Maybe if we zoom in a little bit more. Doesn't look like it's matching up. This is very, very, very strange. Huh. Yeah, maybe that little bit lower is actually going to drag the RSI down. RSI reacts really, really nasty sometimes because of buying pressure between bulls and bears and selling pressure and stuff. So yeah, let's just stick with this range over here. So between 55,000 and 58,000. What do we have here? We have a few small volume nodes, potential candidates. The one that is looking most promising would be the 56,000. Like I said yesterday, coming down, breaking the green box would lead to more or less 56,000. Potentially even a little bit lower. Now, if we go lower than 55,000, automatically the next candidate would be this low node over here. And because we are looking at a 10-hour chart, I am gonna have to analyze this on the 10-hour chart. You don't mix apples and candy, okay? So always stick to the time frame that you're analyzing first. Then afterwards you can compare. But yeah, seeing as how this bullish divergence has not been met yet, this is the one that we're looking at now. So over here we get 34.4. Let's look at this. And this would give us a range of 54,800. 54,000, oh, 750. See, it's moving rather aggressively. So a lot can still change, and this candle still has 1 hour and 45 minutes to go. So yeah, if it does close now, then there is a gap of 10 more hours for price to push all the way through this orange box. So potentially it is possible. It is perfectly possible. Then the next candidate will be down here, but then we are entering the red zone. And as you know, entering the red zone, even if we are going to reaccumulate, this is going to be a slow and long process. So yeah, be warned for that. It's not going to be pretty if price dives down this low. Now let's look at the long term and see if we can match a trend line on these. And as it turns out, you cannot. There is nothing. Well, yeah, maybe there was a little bit of wiggling above and below, because we do have a match here, we have a match here, broken through, then found new support, retested, and is this going to be a retest and then a breakout? Who knows? Potentially it could be. Just don't forget that we are still building off on these three bearish divergences on the longer term. And for now, these 2 points, all this is a sign of continuation, especially if we close below inside this orange box. This is going to show continuation. If we break this area, more continuation. So all in all, the lower we get, the more bearish I would start feeling. It doesn't mean that I will immediately short, but what it does mean for me is that I prefer not to be holding on to any longs or shorts right now and just wait for the breakout to happen, because I think this is going to be your key to make a decision whether price is going up or down. We're stuck a little bit between two stories, and actually, yeah, it's yeah, the further you look back, the more you see RSI getting exhausted, and that's never a good sign. Especially over here, RSI just forming a support area, if you want to call it like this, then just following with a higher low, while on the upside, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I would be very careful for the coming days. On the other hand, the accumulation and distribution indicator is angling very much downwards. Okay, it doesn't mean that it cannot swoop up and go up again. We've seen it in the past here, and I'm pretty sure there's more examples in the past, like over here, where it still does recover. But yeah, all this doesn't really make me feel very comfortable. Then on the CTRTSI reverse, I don't know what it is. What's the name of this indicator? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Don't I have it here? Yeah, I should have put it in my I think this, no, it's not the historical volatility percentile. No, it's I don't have it in my favorites. But just type this acronym and you will get on it. I think it's a lot better than the stochastics, because if price really turns over in the upper area, usually there is quite a pressure down or sideways action that happens, all depending on which level where we see the crossing of the lines. Then once we get below the 50 below the 0 area, this is where we are actually really downtrending for a little while. And you can see this on the charts as well. As soon as it crosses down below the 0, this is where we get big downtrend. Obviously, I'm under the impression every time it crosses a line, it gains another type of momentum, like staying above the 30 indicator, or no, the 25. Obviously, very good situation for the bulls, and crossing below, yeah. It's a new indicator. I still need a little bit of time with it to get more acquainted. But yeah, first things, so far I really like it. But all in all, for now, I would not say game over just yet. But yeah, tricky situations. Now on the upside, of course, because there is a possibility that we do see a push to the upside, we do have some levels that need to get broken and that need to get their to be reached in order to have continuation possible. So we do have this local high. You could call it a local high. I'm going with this one here, and this one sits on 56.8 on the 1 hour RSI. So let's see what range this gives us. 56.8. This is 59,500, so we can push this up to the edge over here, and potentially it's just it's just the line, just there. Okay, so next area would be this local high over here, being the breakout territory, and we got 67.9. So 67.9, and we get 60,500. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this box up over here on this area over here, drag this one down to 60,560, so close enough. And there we go, there we have it. This is the area that needs to be broken. My apologies. if we really wish to see continuation to the upside. So there you have it. Easy chart for the weekend. Playing the range for now. Potentially nothing bad just happened yet. I'm going to remove this trend line. I don't like it. I like this one much better. Look at the trend lines, because this could be a massive indicator. After such a dip, I would not expect a quick recovery, potentially a retest of this trend line somehow, some way, and then making a matching bullish pattern. And this would be already a good confirmation that you could start entering small with a long and risk manage it just very easily with the 233 233 EMA moving average. So yeah, there you go, guys. I'm going to leave this maxed out for a little bit so that you can take a screenshot. And then after that, we are going to have a look at the dollar, the Bitcoin dominance, and the traditional markets to see what is happening. So Bitcoin dominance looks like it's bouncing a little bit. But if we could work with the RSI on this one, I would say that this is just an anemic bounce and just prone for more continuation to the downside. Let's look with a little bit more history. What do we have here? Yeah, maybe this could be picked up. But yeah, it's going to be sluggish. It's going to be slow and sluggish. This is not very good for Bitcoin. So that makes me wonder, how are the altcoins doing? And the altcoins, same thing, they are getting slaughtered, like especially some big ones, EOS, Stellar, Ethereum, Litecoin. Well, Litecoin, who cares about Litecoin? Link, Tezos, yeah, they're all red. Maker DAO, very red. Even BNB is just hovering around the zero. Theta is doing actually good. Theta is bullish. So yeah, this is nice. Now let's look at the dollar. What is the dollar doing? And yeah, the dollar looks like it made its move, and it closed the 10-hour chart, sadly enough, on a bearish divergence. But I do believe that there still is hope, maybe a little bit of correction to the downside. But this chart is actually looking rather healthy. If I need to choose between the chart that Bitcoin is making or this one, I would actually be going with this one. How crazy is this? Me, a crypto enthusiast, and I would choose for the dollar. Not that I'm gonna be buying dollars, but yeah, maybe looking to short Bitcoin. And then the traditional markets, well, they actually closed really nicely. Continuation pattern. So yeah, maybe the cards are going to spin around on this one. Maybe traditional markets are going to go into a further expansion, going further north, while the dollar right here that closed on a bearish divergence is going to be set up for a little bit more than a pullback than what I was expecting first. So see, this is why you really need to compare different charts, especially correlated assets, because this is going to give you a better picture of the overall of the market. Now, yeah, I'm going to turn back to the trusty Bitcoin. Like I said, easy ranges to play, guys. Be very careful, be patient on this one. I think patience is a virtue in anything, of course, but over here, I think patience is really going to save you from making any kind of rash decisions. Here in the orange box, there are there's plenty of good potential areas for support. The first one is already being tested, so let's see if it holds. If not, potentially $56,000. If this one doesn't hold, then I think we are gonna go see some lower areas, maybe 54,500, maybe 52,000, or maybe just even break down and go to the 48,000, confirm a downtrend, and yes, then my friend, it's a red period and shorts are in fashion. So on this note, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to leave a like. It's very much appreciated. Let's try to make the channel grow slowly but surely. You guys know, even when I'm working, I'm still making time for you guys. So, you know, I would really appreciate the likes. Not just for me, it also helps the YouTube algorithm, and you know, it shows me, you know, some affection back. On that note, I will see you guys tomorrow. Same chart, same channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you know exactly when I will be coming live, because since I'm working and I'm working long days, the coming 2 weeks is going to be very hard to be punctual with the live streams, but nonetheless, I will make updates every day. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye, guys.